All right, welcome everybody to early recovery. Today we're going to work on biological reset TIPP, which is short for temperature intense exercise, paced breathing, impaired muscle relaxation. Last week we went ahead and did interviewing and communication skills, which I think went really well. So today this will take about 20 minutes. We'll do a couple of practices and then finish up the lesson on what everybody feels they could realistically implement into their lives. So first, let's go around and do introductions, and let's do a quick check-in. We'll do how are you feeling today on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being crappy, 10 to being amazing? I'll start. Today has been a pretty good day. I'd say I'm at a 10, enjoying this nice weather, and I can't wait to get into my garden and plant these plants. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I'll say I'm Balin, and I'll say I'm like a 6 or a 7. I've had just a lot of things going on recently, but I'm on the upswing of all of it. I feel like I'm handling it all pretty well, but just had some better days.
I'm glad to hear you're on the upswing of things. It's so nice to be able to handle all that stress when it comes at us.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm Joanne,
Hi, Joanne.
and from 1 to 10, I would probably say about 8. Um, I don't want to overdo. um, what else? What else are we supposed to talk about?
Just 1 to 10, how you doing?
Oh, 1 to 10, I'm doing 8, and having a good day.
I'm glad you're having a good day.
I can go next. My name's Daisy. I'm probably about between a 7 or an 8. Got outside today, got some sunshine, rode the motorcycle today, but it was kind of cold. I'm hoping for warmer weather soon.
Well, it sounds like you had a very nice day. I can't wait to go riding.
Last.
Natasha, go ahead.
Oh, you didn't. I asked if it was my turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm Natasha. I would say like a 9.5. It's been a pretty good day, especially compared to the last couple weeks. And just getting my mindset in a better place and my perspective in a better place.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. That sounds awesome. I'm glad you had a great day today. And I think we got one more person.
You have to turn your volume on. We can't hear you.
Unmute your microphone, Jeff.
I was trying to. So many permissions. I got to click on these things. All right, you guys can hear me now.
We can
Yeah.
hear you now.
All right, I'm Jeff. I'm probably about a 6.5 today. Had a couple little things going on. Not the worst, but have a couple of physical ailments trying to overcome today. But it's a nice day, so that's helpful. So had better days, but had worse days. But just won't keep me down. Keep on going and get through the night and start off tomorrow fresh.
Excellent. I love your perspective. That's amazing. Okay, thank you everybody for sharing a little bit today. So we're going to go over the biology of distress. So when we're in high crisis, especially, going through early recovery, we're doing a lot of things. We're going and learning about housing. We're trying to make all of our appointments and trying to navigate all of those things. So this is where TIPP comes in. T stands for temperature. I stands for intense exercise. P stands for paced breathing, and the other P stands for paired muscle relaxation. So with temperature, this is mostly for like when you're home or by yourself. When you feel your stress level starting to rise, you can grab a cold washcloth and put it on your forehead, put it on the back of your neck. An ice cube works really well on your wrist. And it helps bring your nervous system back down and helps you regulate your body a little bit better. Intense exercise does the same thing. So when you're in that fight or flight stage, if you want to do some running or you want to do some jumping jacks really quick, that's also a good way to bring down your stress level. Paced breathing. My favorite paced breathing is box breathing, where we do, you can do 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out, depending on how long you like your breaths. The longer that you go with the breaths, I feel is more relaxing. And then there's paired muscle relaxation, which is really nice as well. I like doing this at night if I can't go to sleep, and my thoughts are all over the place. I'll start with my head and my shoulders because a lot of our tenseness goes here. Tense it up for a quick second and then release it, and then make that all the way down your body really slowly. Tensing and releasing, and just getting that awareness of your body. So what I'd like to do is take a moment and do, um, let's do a paced breathing exercise because that's something we can all do together and not exert too much energy. I don't want to see Natasha running in the car. So you can keep your eyes open or keep your eyes closed, and we'll just go through, let's say we'll do 5 sets of 5. So we'll breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'd like to hear what everybody, how you feel after that. And if it's something that you would possibly use on a daily basis, and in what situations you would use it for. Who wants to go first?
So I feel slightly more relaxed, and I use stuff like this when I do like public speaking a lot. It brings up a lot of anxiety for me, and usually when I start to have some kind of like anxiety attack or panic attack, I use like box breathing or like the this style of breathing to help calm me down.
I like that. I use it in kind of this with my kids. When my kids are starting to get me all antsy, I use a lot of box breathing because it's that one thing that you can do in the moment and nobody knows what you're doing.
Mhm.
I also felt more relaxed, um, less tension in my shoulders. Um, and I do this uh, quite often just because of the fact that I have a lot of tension in my shoulders all the time. I have MS, so
Mm,
um, it helps a lot with that, with the
with the chronic pain.
yeah, with the chronic pain and I've just and it helps me to slow down. So
I apologize. I love that. I love that you also use it for pain management as well as the mental portion.
yeah.
Oh, I think it definitely relaxed me a little bit, and I didn't realize I don't really do these that often. It's actually hard to breathe out for the count if you're not, when you're thinking about it. I guess I just take very shallow breaths mostly. So actually, I do have to pay attention because it's a little longer than I normally do it for. So definitely a difference there.
Yeah, and when you first start box breathing, you can start with like a three, but it really makes you focus on taking those even breaths of like,
Yeah.
even with three, like 1, 2, 3, and then having to release that slow breath as well. It takes time to work up to higher numbers, but you'll find the more you do it, the higher the number you're going to want to go because
Yeah.
you finally feel like that expansion in your chest and you feel kind of like alive, like I don't know, I guess yoga kind of reminds me of the same type of situation.
Yeah.
See that?
Daisy, you want to share?
Sure. I felt more relaxed afterwards, and I guess I don't utilize this very much. I never think to use it in any kind of like situation that could arise that's, gives you more anxiety than normal. But now that I think about it, probably should, or at least try
It
to.
might help a little bit with everything that's been going on. It might help to utilize this a little bit, especially if you're on the other end of the phone and dealing with those phone calls that you so dread.
Right.
Natasha, you know she's driving.
Yeah.
Take me a second to unmute.
No, that's okay. We're
So,
waiting.
so I personally, although I'm in a really good place right now, when we started, was very annoyed by all of this annoying traffic. And I do things like this a lot. The breathing, the grounding, but it's easy to forget to do when simple things like traffic are going on. So it was very hard.
Yeah, I feel like it's such a
Can you
simple
hear
thing
me?
that we forget that it's so easy to
Yeah.
do in just those random times, whether it's the phone call or it's sitting in traffic or it's our kids. Like it's just one of those things. The more we practice it, the more it becomes second nature. So let's take a minute and we're going to do the paired muscle relaxation. I don't know why I cannot say that word today. Um,
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and just tense our shoulders for 5 seconds because I feel like this is where a lot of our stress goes. So we're just going to tense as we can for 5 seconds. 1, 2,
Um,
3, 4, 5, and now just completely relax. Like I feel like a weight has just been like lifted off my shoulders. Like I feel like it all just went and like went to the floor.
Made my back loose.
Yeah. I feel like we don't realize like how much tension we like hold in our bodies, especially when, we're out there doing manual labor or we're stressing out all day. How does everybody else feel about it?
I agree though. I think it definitely relieves some stress. I've never really used these techniques, but I could see like I don't know, like sometimes when I get like anxious and stuff like that, I'll tighten my leg muscles and my calves and like stretch them out and then relax them and it kind of helps relieve tension. So I could see how that works, I guess. Did it without even knowing I really did it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that you're conscious of it now.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
can you hear me?
Yep.
So actually, this is embarrassing. It kind of hurt my shoulders when I did that. I
That's
must be
okay. Don't be
really,
embarrassed.
really out of shape. Yeah, it's I don't know, I don't know what it was, but it's tensed up. It kind of like almost like felt like a pulled muscle almost.
And you know what? Then maybe just continue to go down the rest of your body, like tighten your
Yeah,
arms and then release them. Tighten your hands and release them and see if like going down and doing the whole like body awareness helps. I know there's a few good online meditations if you do like a search for like full body
yeah,
relaxation, they'll do it from like all the way down from your head down to your toes and just like being conscious of each muscle, just relaxing it down, especially because our jaws too. I feel like we tense our jaws a lot when we're stressed and upset.
yeah. I definitely do.
Yeah, me too.
Do you guys want to go over which ones do you think that you would use most often?
I think the breathing I use the most often, but now that you show me how to do something different, I'll tend to use that more often now.
Yeah, just thinking about it, just testing it out.
And well, I was thinking too about how, like, when I go to bed at night, a lot of times
Mm,
I start at the top of my,
yep.
and then I'll go move down my body, and
Yeah,
I'll,
I love doing that at night. I think that's one of my favorite meditations at night to just calm the mind and start to relax because I am definitely one of those people that start to overthink as soon as my head hits the pillow.
yep.
Yeah,
I,
I think
I'll be right back. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Going,
I think
Jeff?
I'd be more apt to use the breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of made me feel more calm. It didn't hurt me.
And it's just so easy to do when you're in those situations and you don't want to look silly like tensing up.
Yeah,
It's just one of those things like my kids know when I do it now because I'll be like
yeah, they know when mom's mad.
that's right. That's right. They know when mom's mad. Anyone else want to share?
I've definitely had the breathing one help me before. I mean, like I said, like I went and spoke at one of my celebrations and there ended up being like 30 people there and I was not expecting that. Like the whole time reading the like steps and stuff like that, I'm doing all the deep breathing to calm myself down because I was so nervous and it's
That's
like it
awesome.
definitely helps.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're aware that it helps you in those times of need because a lot of times people just tense up and they freeze and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you guys got a lot out of this group. Do we want to go around and say what was one thing that you learned or one thing that helped you today?
Yeah.
I guess I can start.
Okay.
So once again, I'm Balin. One thing that I learned was the proper way of using these techniques and like what they kind of are used for. Like I said, I kind of have used them, but I didn't really know what they were. But now I
Right.
know the effects of these things, so I can use them more effectively.
Awesome. I'm glad.
Yeah.
No problem.
Uh, I'll go. I'm Jeff. Once still Jeff.
Still
Um,
deaf.
I would say, the breathing, and that's something you pointed out. Never really thought about it because, it was actually hard to go five. You know what? That's where you guys are, but maybe I'm only at a 3 or 4.
But maybe you're only,
So
yeah.
pace yourself and
Yep.
whatever is comfortable for you.
Yeah.
That's, and work up to where you want to be.
Yep. It
Yeah.
works for everybody.
Yeah.
Daisy?
Something I learned is so like when the breathing and then when you're like in a high stress situation and you don't think like because sometimes you don't I don't know when you're in high stress situations you don't really think well, what could I use at the moment that's going to help, but now that we've went over it, maybe I should keep that in the back of my head, because that
Yeah.
would help.
It'll help de-escalate your emotions faster for sure.
Yeah,
It'll
for
help bring
sure.
you back down to level. Natasha, are you available?
So I think the big takeaway for myself would probably be like because I use these when like there's like the big like typical reasons to use these,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe thinking more when there's like little stressors like traffic or I forgot something or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying that you don't have to wait till things escalate to use stuff like this.
Right. The little things, we can even use it for the little things that are annoying. And who else do we have? Joanne left?
What was the question?
What's your takeaway for the day?
Takeaway for the day? Takeaway for the day is that to continue to do the exercises that you gave, or not exercises, but and that's the takeaway is that I hope I stick with using them,
Yeah,
you know.
that's a good, and you know, you might enjoy I think you're gonna start doing the muscle relaxation one more now that you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Great group, you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys next week.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank
night.
See you next week. Bye.
you. Later. Bye.